of what you are doing or learning to do by Pele, a renowned sports person. With this thought in mind, I, Ashita Lakhiani, on behalf of International School of Management and Management Technical Campus and the IISM to be University, welcome all of you for the online workshop on Roadmap Towards a Fulfilling Career. We are delighted with your presence. Established in 1995, International School of Informatics and Management, popularly known as IIIM, is among the top 3 B schools of Rajasthan. IIIM Technical Campus offers MBA and MCA programs duly approved by AICTE and affiliated to the Rajasthan Technical University quota. The institution is accredited with the highest grade A by NAC and is state's first institute to have a A grade amongst the MBA and MCA institutions. The institution has bagged first prize in the institutional category in Rajasthan Energy Conservation Award for the year 2018 by Department of Energy, Government of Rajasthan. The institution has acquired 4.5 stars out of 5 for its Institution Innovation Council established as per the norms of Innovation Cell, Ministry of HRD, Government of India to promote innovation and startup in campus during the calendar year 2019-20. Furthermore, the institution has been ranked first in the category A for the academic sessions since 2018 by Rajasthan Technical University quota for its MBA and MCA programs on the basis of Quality Index Value score. It has also been ranked first in category A for its MBA program in 2020 to 2021, from 2021 to 2022, and is placed in category A in 2020 from 2020 to 2021 for its MCA program. For this workshop, we have Mr. Sandeep Minghani, Founder Director of Yashasvi Bhava Training and Management Solutions. He is an industry psychologist, management consultant, transformation leader, and corporate trainer. He is working towards connecting young minds to strive towards success and achievement through personality development, communication enhancement, and training. He interacts with diverse population of individuals at variety of corporate and academic levels. His corporate appearance include working as head of business consulting for Co-Trians, branch sales managers in SBI Life Insurance Company Limited and Max Life Insurance Company Limited, to name a few. He bagged various certifications such as Practitioner Certificate in Neuro-Linguistic Programming, the European Community for NLP issued in Jan 2017, Certificate in Functional English IGNOU, Regional Center, India. Now, I would like to invite Sandeep sir to guide the students for their career advancement.
Thank you, Ashita. Thank you so much. Can I interact with the audience? Am I allowed? Will they be able to unmute themselves and talk to me?
Sir, I think for that matter, we need to give them rights, and okay. I'll just arrange for it. We shall.
Not required. I think we can do it through the conversation box if that's not possible. A chat box will do.
Chat box is active. Chat box is active.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Gargi ma'am. Hi friends, how are you? So I would want your answers in conversation. How was it during the COVID for all of us? Chitra, Avinash, Vartika, Shivang, any one of you would like to tell me how this COVID period was for you? Did you enjoy the period? Are you worried about your future, or you're more confident about your future? So would like you to answer it. Please write your answers in the chat box.
So we have given them rights also. I think in just few seconds, they would be allowed to use their mic as well camera.
That's great. Thank you so much. Yeah.
We have got response from Anjali.
Yeah, Anjali, how was it during the COVID period? Okay, Chitra ma'am, namaskar. Any of the students would like to answer how was, and even the faculty members, if you'd like to tell me how was your COVID period? Was it different? So Chitra ma'am, it's okay if you're from college admission cell, would like to know how was it during the COVID period? How was it for you and for your students?
I think for all of us, it was really different. Coming academics, we are normally in habit of teaching students physically, then going to online, learning so many platforms, and then asking students over the call. So it was different. It was we had to encourage ourselves to learn few things, and definitely students also, though they were able to manage their schedule, but then it was different.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like everyone to answer now. I'll share my PowerPoint presentation. English is good for you or Hindi is better?
Let's use a mix of two.
Okay. And this was from?
This was from Manju. How are you?
I'm good, Manju,
Yeah.
ma'am. You.
Yeah,
Pleasure
I
to
think
interact with you.
English should be better. I think both Hindi and English should be fine.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And participants, you are please allowed to mute. Let's make the best of Sandeep sir. I mean, you can ask questions to him, and he's a wonderful speaker, and I'm sure you will be able to get good guidance and counseling from him. So please go ahead and don't. Let's not use this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, is this presentation visible to everyone? The first picture. What does it say? Friends, anyone? Is the picture visible?
The picture is visible. The picture.
Okay. So I would want participants, there's a question for all of you. What if there are two people who want to climb a mountain? What if there are two people who want to climb a mountain, so I'll give you a list of few things. You'll have to tell me which one is really important. So number one, set of equipments. Number two, the coordination amongst the two. The third one is the proper climate. What is really important according to you? Out of these three things that I've shared, which one do you think is really important? Number one, the coordination amongst the team members. Number two, the set of equipments or the climatic conditions. And the fourth one can be the training. Which one do you think is really important? Would like to have your views. So just have a look at this picture. If there are two climbers who are trying to climb a mountain, what do you think is really important? Few things to mention. Coordination, right? Who said that? Please introduce yourself. Who said coordination? Hi, good afternoon.
Chitra Minghani from this.
Hi, Chitra. Chitra, so you're saying it's coordination that's the most important? Thank you, Chitra. Shruti says it's all. Ashita says coordination amongst team members. Anyone else?
Also,
Yeah, so who would like to answer? Mehak says coordination. Dr. Varsha says coordination. Anyone else would like to answer that? Coordination. Mehak, do you want to answer? Mehak, please mute yourself. Mehak, please mute yourself. Anyone else would like to answer? Apart from coordination, any other answers that you have? So coordination is the most important thing. That's what most of the people think. Anyone else who differs? Training.
the training.
Yeah. So who said that? Ishita. Ishita, you said training?
The Vartika.
Vartika, you said training. And you think training is the most important factor that will decide whether they'll be able to climb the mountain or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Ishita. Anyone else? Apart from Ishita, so anyone who'd like to second Ishita's opinion? Mike says coordination. Most of you believe that it's coordination that will make the difference. Anyone else who differs in their opinion? Okay, so my answer is that to climb a mountain, you need a mountain. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What if there's no mountain and you're trained but there's a coordination, the climatic conditions are favorable, and if you do not have a mountain, so what's the point if you do not have a mountain? So the most important thing that you require to climb a mountain is a mountain, right? How was this? Do you have a mountain in your life? Like, do you have something in your life to climb up or to look up to? Mountain is a goal. There are a lot of people who complain that, even in the corporate lives or in college lives, we also, or in school life also, we sometimes feel that the kind of training or the kind of lectures, the kind of teachers that we should have, I think we are not getting the proper support. There's no coordination, there's no team work. But what is most important, people who have a goal in their lives, they generally overcome all these problems. When we do not have a goal, we try and find out the mistakes. When we do not have a proper goal in our life, we are engrossed in all these pet issues. If we have a proper goal and we know that this is the mountain that we have to climb, we'll try and coordinate with the other people. We'll learn, we'll skill ourselves if we have a proper goal. When we do not have a goal, we do not know which skill should we inculcate, which are the skills that we should incorporate. अगर हमारे पास goal नहीं है life में, तो हम बहाने ढूंढते हैं. I'll just share a small story with you. There was a boy who was really upset with the college where he was there for the studies. He went and told the principal that I do not want to study here because this college is not a very good college. So the principal asked the student, why do you feel that this college is not good? He said the teachers, they do not teach us. They're mostly busy talking to each other. Students, they crib about the college, and we do not have proper facilities that should be there in the college. And I do not feel that there's any support. And she said, it's okay if you want to leave the college. I'll not stop you. All you have to do is that I'm giving you a glass full of water. Just keep it in your palm and take a round of this college and come back and I'll give you the TC. So the student went around, came back to the principal, and the principal asked, did you see something? He said, no. Did you hear something? He said, no. So the principal asked why you were not able to hear or why you were not able to see anything. Because he said that I was concentrating on this glass of water because you said that water should not spill. So I was very careful while I was walking around. While I was taking the detour, I was very careful that this water should not spill. So I had this goal of taking care of this water inside this glass because this glass was up to the brim. I had to take care of it. So that's the reason I could not hear, or I had no distractions. Now, when in our lives we have goals, we are not distracted. We are not worried about others. We are just worried about our goals. And therefore, it is very, very important to have a proper goal in our lives. So that was number one, that we need to have a proper goal in our lives. Do you have goals, friends? Do you have goals in your lives? Sorry.
Yes, I do have. So
Do you have it or you don't have? I'm asking everyone. If you don't have it, it's perfectly all right, because it took me a lot of time. I realized, and you know what happens is most of the times we are exploring. We do not know that this is the goal that we want to achieve, or we've just finalized this goal because of the peer pressure or something from the parents has come. So, number one, we should have a goal in our lives. Now, I'll tell you what is the importance of having a goal in our lives. There was a research which was done in Harvard University. What they did is that there was a person who went to the class and asked them to write their goals. He just asked them to write their goals. There were very few people who wrote their goals. Only 3% people had written goals and plans. Now, there was a study, and to be specific, this study was done between 1979 and 1989. Graduates of MBA program, they were asked to write clear goals. Only 3% people had written goals and plans. 13% had goals, but they did not write it. And 84% people had no specific goals at all. 10 years later, Harvard interviewed the members of the class again and found that 13% people who had goals but not in written were earning on average twice as much as 84% of the people who had no goals at all. And the 3% who had clear written goals were earning on an average 10 times as much as 97% of graduates altogether. So that is the importance of having written goals in front of you. If you do not have a goal, please make it. Please write your goals. Number one, you should have goals. Number two, write them and declare it to the people around. That is the importance of goals. Now, I'll just give you an example. Imagine if you were to travel somewhere and you go to the bus stand and tell the person that I want to travel. The first question that the person would ask you is, where do you want to go? And if you tell him that I do not know where do I want to go, the person would not make you sit in his bus. The reason is, till the time you do not know where you want to go, the other person doesn't know where should he take you. So wherever he takes you, you would not be happy. The life is nothing but the series of disappointments if we do not have a proper goal. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you is about the bamboo tree. How many of you know what are the characteristics of a bamboo tree and how are they different from any other tree? What is so specific? What is their unique thing? Anyone who knows about bamboo trees?
They're long and tall.
They're long and tall. Yes, who said that? How tall are they generally?
No idea.
Any ballpark figure will do. Like just looking at the picture, what do you think? How tall they could be? ये बैम्बू ट्री कितने बड़े हो सकते हैं? इस पिक्चर को देख के आपको क्या लगता है? Anyone would like to answer?
$10 to $15 centimeter.
10 to 15 centimeter. Okay, thank you, Sandhya ma'am. Who else?
Sir, Sandhya.
Yeah, thank you, Sandhya. Anyone else who would like to answer that? It grows fast. Ashita says it grows fast. Anyone else would like to write their answers in the chat box? They are 70 feet tall. The height is 70 feet. इनकी खास बात क्या है कि ये 70 feet तक बढ़ते हैं. They generally are of 70 feet high. And they grow up to this height in 5 years. इनको 5 साल लगते हैं इस height तक पहुंचने के लिए. But you know what is the real, the most surprising thing about these trees are that पहले 4 साल में they do not even, in the first 4 years, when you look at them, they don't even come out. It takes them a lot of time to come out, and they're in few centimeters. तो इनको देख के कोई ऐसा नहीं कह सकता कि ये 70 feet बड़े भी होंगे, because first 4 years, they're like a herb. They don't even grow to a decent level. And people are surprised. How could you expect them to grow up to 70 feet? But fifth year, mein, they shoot up to 70 feet. And everyone was surprised. So they found out what was the reason. Why is it that they take 4 years to come out of the ground, and then in the fifth year, they grow up to the height of 70 feet? Could you please tell me what could be the reason? Friends, I want to keep it very interactive. अगर आप मुझसे बात करेंगे तो और भी अच्छा लगेगा मुझे भी. And that is a skill that will garner you good results in your life. You'll be able to harvest the reap. अगर आप communicate करना जानते हैं, तो I think that is one skill that will take you miles. तो क्या आप मुझसे बात कर सकते हैं कि ऐसा क्यों होता है कि during the first 4 years, it doesn't even come out of the ground. It doesn't even break the ground. And the fifth year, it touches the sky. Anyone can answer.
Because of the roots. Because of the roots.
Who's answering that? Anjali. Yeah, Anjali. Could you be a little louder? You said that because of the roots, right?
Yes, because of the roots. They are grounding themselves.
Okay. So thank you for that answer. Thank you for the value addition. Anyone else would like to add something to this? Parth, would you like to say something? Diksha, Garima, Himisha, Hitansha, Ishika, Janvi, Jyotsna, Khushbu, Khushi, Kumkum, Itali, anyone?
So maybe to strengthen the roots, and when in the fifth year they have to withstand for a height of 70 feet. So
Okay.
to
Yeah. Thank you, Ashita, for that answer. Yes, bingo, you hit the bullseye with that. Actually, to withstand a structure of 70 feet, you need to work on your roots, and that is what happens. So during the first 4 years, they're working on the roots. They're building the nexus so that they can withstand the structure of 70 feet. 70 feet, अगर किसी पेड़ को सीधा खड़ा रहना है, तो it won't be easy until and unless they have a proper nexus of roots. तो सबसे पहले वो underground काम करते हैं, and which doesn't show. It's quite similar to a building. Building का structure बनाने के लिए the first thing is to lay the foundation. It takes a lot of time, and most of the people think that the work is really slow. और एक बार जब foundation बन जाती है, उसके बाद the tall it's for the really big buildings, it takes a lot of time to work on the foundation. अगर छोटी building बननी होती है तो उसकी नींव पे इतना काम नहीं होता, पर अगर बड़ी building बनानी है तो बहुत ज़्यादा काम foundation पे होना चाहिए. And that is why it is very, very important for the colleges and the schools that you choose to build big careers. Big careers means जिनकी longevity बहुत ज़्यादा हो, जो career बहुत लंबे समय तक चले. You won't be surprised to find out that Z generation, जिस generation के आप हैं, generally you'll find that the average longevity of a person in corporates is 10 years only. The reason being because they haven't worked on their roots. And that is why it is very, very important that the college or the school that you go to, they should work on your roots. और वो पहले 4 साल या 3 साल अगर आपके बहुत ज़्यादा काम हुआ है roots पे, only then you'll be able to stand upright for the next 30 or 40 years. So that is why it is very important to work on the roots. Now I want to share another thing with you. Is the picture visible? Is the picture visible? Yeah. So
Yes,
अब इसको बहुत ध्यान, I'll be explaining it to you in English and Hindi both, because this is one of the tools that we generally use for career counseling. ये जो yellow में दिख रहा है, see, there are two things the way we decide for our careers. Number one, explore. Explore का मतलब क्या मैंने मेरे career के लिए have I explored a lot of options? You know, when I was a kid and I'm a millennial, there were just two careers which most of the parents would think about their children, or would think about their ward. One was engineering, the second one was doctor. So we did not explore much, but these days you have so many career options that are available. So exploration means, have you explored the various careers that are available for you? And decision is commitment. अब अगर आपने commitment भी नहीं किया है and you are not even exploring, if you're not committed to any career, यानी अगर आपके पास कोई goal भी नहीं है और आप explore भी नहीं कर रहे हैं, this is called the stage of diffusion, the one that you can see in this orange color. Orange color वो stage है जहां पर मुझे पता भी नहीं है कि मुझे कहां जाना है और मैं कोशिश भी नहीं कर रहा हूं ढूंढने की कि मुझे कहां जाना है. That's called the stage of diffusion. That's the orange one. This one, where we call it foreclosure, is इसका मतलब है कि जहां मैं explore नहीं कर रहा हूं, but I'm committed to a career. Now this can happen when your parents have decided a career for you. Now my father decided a career for me. मैंने अपने लिए career ढूंढा नहीं. He wanted me to be an engineer. So I decided to become an engineer. So इसका मतलब I did not explore my career options. I got committed to what somebody told me. So I'm committed to a career without exploration. इसको कहते हैं foreclosure. So foreclosure एक दूसरी option होता है which people take when they do not know why are they doing this career. They do not have proper reasons, but because they have seen someone, a cousin, or maybe a father has decided something for them, or someone has influenced them. तो हम जब वो career choose कर लेते हैं, there are a lot of people who want to who want to become a flight steward, or who want to go into become a doctor or a software engineer just because their parents wanted them to do that. So उस stage को हम कहते हैं foreclosure, जहां पर exploration तो नहीं है but commitment है. The third stage is जहां commitment नहीं है लेकिन एक्सप्लोरेशन चल रहा है. दैट मीन्स आई एम डूइंग लॉट ऑफ, आई एम स्टडिंग लॉट ऑफ about careers. I'm exploring a lot of options कि ये भी किया जा सकता है, वो भी किया जा सकता है. I'm going to different colleges and I'm finding it on the internet कि क्या क्या ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है. उस स्टेज को कहते हैं मॉरिटोरियम की स्टेज, जो कि येलो में आपके सामने है. एंड द एक्चुअल अचीवमेंट आता है जब आपने खूब एक्सप्लोर भी किया हो और साथ के साथ आप किसी करियर को कमिटेड भी हो गए हो. दैट्स द ग्रीन स्टेज. अब ये ग्रीन स्टेज, you'll be surprised कि सिर्फ 15% लोग अचीव कर पाते हैं at your age, जिस एज में आप हैं, जहां आप अपने, it's 85% of people do not know what do they want to do with their lives. वो ना तो एक्सप्लोर करते हैं और कई बार कमिटमेंट भी नहीं होता. सो आइडेंटिफाई डिफ्यूजन की स्टेज में 15% लोग होते हैं जिन्हें ना तो पता है कि उन्हें क्या करना है, दे डू नॉट नो, and neither they are committed, और वो कोशिश भी नहीं कर रहे to find out what do they want to do. So 15% people come here in this orange one. 40% people वो होते हैं जिनके लिए उनके करियर, उनके कॉलेज कोई और डिसाइड करता है. Either their friends, because their friends are going to a particular college, तो वो साथ चले जाते हैं. Either their parents, because their parents have decided the college and the faculty or the stream for them, or sometimes it's your cousin or someone who's decided it. और 40% लोग मॉरिटोरियम में होते हैं. they haven't decided but they're exploring, और वो उनकी कोशिश हमेशा चलती रहती है, and they're confused. तो कभी वो कुछ करते हैं, कभी वो कुछ करते हैं, और उनके करियर में एक स्टेप ढाई चाल, जैसे कि you would have seen that on a chess board you have a knight which moves in L shape, दो चाल सीधी और फिर एक टेढ़ी. So they do not have a career in a right proper straight line. Only 15% people are able to achieve the career that they want. Now people who foreclose their careers, उनके साथ दिक्कत क्या होती है? आज तो उनके लिए the parents have decided their career. In future, at the age of 30-35, they realize that they're not happy in their jobs. उनको ऐसा लगता है कि वो जो जॉब कर रहे हैं, they're not quite happy. और तब वो अपने जॉब को चेंज करने की कोशिश करते हैं. You would have seen this kind of a trend amongst your cousins who were doing pretty well, and they would leave their jobs, they would resign their jobs and would start doing something else, like opening up a cafe or something after working for a corporate, after working for them for 15 years, for 20 years. In their 30-35, they're trying and finding out something else. So the reason is because they foreclosed their career for someone, और उस वक्त वो decision makers नहीं थे. The decision makers were the parents. Once they become decision maker, they change their career, and it's not easy to change your career again at the age of 30-35. You would have seen females doing it, working in corporates and then shifting into education line. The reason is because they foreclose their career, or people leaving their jobs and starting their own businesses. That's a foreclosure, and it's very difficult. If you do not decide it now, if you're not clear about your goals now, it will strike back when you're in your 30s. You'll have responsibilities, you'll be married, you'll have your kids, आपके बच्चे होंगे, आपकी शादी हो चुकी होगी, जिम्मेदारियां बहुत ज्यादा होंगी. उस वक्त करियर डिसाइड करना बहुत मुश्किल हो सकता है. Now let's talk about moratorium. If you do not decide it now, 26-27 की एज तक you'll be taking different certificates. आपको ये पता नहीं होगा what do you want to do, क्यों कर रहे हैं, कैसे कर रहे हैं. And that is why it is very, very important to get committed to a career. Explore your options. Now, how will you explore? Who's going to tell you कि आपके लिए ये ठीक है या ये नहीं है? Parents generally biased होते हैं. वो अपने जो उनके सपने होते हैं, जो उनकी सोसाइटी होती है, उसके हिसाब से आपको करियर डिसाइड करते हैं. They do not give you a lot of options. When you go to a right college, जब आप किसी सही कॉलेज में जाते हैं, जहाँ पर बहुत सारे कोर्सेज अवेलेबल हो, जहाँ पर फैकल्टी हो who can guide you about the field, वहाँ पर आपके अचीवमेंट को सही जो रूट्स पे काम होता है, जो बेसमेंट की हम बात कर रहे थे, जो रूट्स की हम बात कर रहे थे, द वे अ बैम्बू ट्री वर्क्स, द प्रॉपर नेक्सस, दैट ओनली हैपेंस व्हेन यू एंटर इनटू अ राइट कॉलेज या राइट यूनिवर्सिटी में, व्हेन यू एनरोल योरसेल्फ फॉर अ राइट कोर्स. दैट इज वेयर द रियल अचीवमेंट हैपेंस. नाउ दिस इज द वर्क ऑफ मर्सिया, जिन्होंने ये जो मैट्रिक्स दी थी सो एज टू हेल्प स्टूडेंट्स विद देयर करियर्स. Now, how do I see a college? देखिए, I'll ask you a question. If you were to go to Hawa Mahal, which of these bus would you hire? If you were to go to Hawa Mahal, which of these buses would you board?
First one.
Okay, so which one? So say this is 1, this is 2. Please write your answers. And if you want to talk to me, please unmute yourself and talk to me. So number 1 is Volvo. The second one is the city bus that you generally find on the state highways. And this is the third one. If you were to travel to Hawa Mahal, which is the bus, and if you're in Jaipur, or if you were to travel for a short distance, like say 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, which of this would you hire?
Number 1.
Who said that? Number 1. Please introduce yourself. May I have a chance to interact with you?
So myself, Shruti Sharma, I'm DC Part 1.
Okay, Shruti, why would you? So you take this first one, right? You'll board the first one.
So can I tell in Hindi?
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल. आप पहली बस में जाएंगे ना श्रुति?
Yes, sir. Sir,
हाँ बताइए
में क्या ये तो
क्यों पहली बस में जाना चाहेंगे आप?
सर एक अच्छी है दिखने में और ज्यादा कंजेस्टेड नहीं है.
छोटा सा तो डिस्टेंस है, 10 किलोमीटर तो किसी भी बस में बैठा जा सकता है. थोड़ी देर की परेशानी होगी, 5 किलोमीटर तो किसी भी बस में बैठा जा सकता है. श्रुति आप आंसर दे सकते हैं, अपने व्यूज दे सकते हैं, है ना? अगर आपको मेरी बात गलत लगे किलोमीटर या
Quality of.
नो नो सर.
Ashika, are you speaking to me? Okay. Ashika, are you talking to me? अच्छा श्रुति आप आंसर दे रहे थे. श्रुति मुझे बताइए कि 10 मिनट के डिस्टेंस के लिए क्या दिक्कत है? किसी भी बस में बैठा जा सकता है ना?
यस सर, बैठा तो जा सकता है.
अच्छा तो कभी ऐसा हुआ कि आप किसी ऐसे बस में बैठे हो जो बिल्कुल भरी हुई हो और जिसकी क्वालिटी बहुत अच्छी नहीं हो, टूटी फूटी हो?
यस सर, काफी बार मैंने ट्रैवल किया है इस बस में.
तो कैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा आपका?
सर टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक, बहुत ज्यादा धक्का मुक्की होती है और अच्छा नहीं लगता बैठना, मतलब.
अच्छा ये तो चलिए 10 किलोमीटर की बात हुई. अगर आपको आप कहाँ से बोल रहे हैं? आर यू इन जयपुर या प्रतापगढ़, किशनगढ़, कहाँ से बोल रहे हैं?
नो सर. यस सर, आई एम इन किशनगढ़.
अच्छा अगर किशनगढ़ से आपको दिल्ली जाना हो तो क्या बस की चॉइस डिफरेंट होगी? तब भी किसी ऐसी बस में बैठ के जा सकते हैं आप 7-8 किलोमीटर, 7-8 घंटे का अगर सफर हो तो?
नो सर.
आप नहीं जा पाएंगे. अच्छा और अगर सिर्फ 10 किलोमीटर का हो तब दूसरी बस चल सकती है?
बोला सर 10 किलोमीटर भी चल लेंगे सर.
10 किलोमीटर चल लेंगे, मतलब 10 किलोमीटर के लिए तो कोई भी बस चल जाएगी, जैसे तैसे 5-10 मिनट निकालने हैं, आधा घंटा निकालना है. लेकिन अगर 8 घंटे का सफर हो तो आप वही बस लेंगे, वॉल्वो, राइट? और अगर सफर 24 घंटे का हो तो 24 आवर्स की जर्नी हो तो?
नो सर, पॉसिबल नहीं.
तब आप वॉल्वो ही लेना चाहेंगे? Okay. Anyone else who would like to talk to me? Please raise your hand. Anyone else who is interested in talking to me? अब तक तो आपको मुझसे बात करने में हिचक नहीं होनी चाहिए. Sandhya, Diksha, we don't have boys. Khushbu, Khushi, Kumkum. I'm waiting for someone to talk to me. अगर आप मुझसे बात नहीं करेंगे तो अगले स्लाइड पे कैसे जाएंगे?
Yes, sir, I would love to continue.
Anjali. Yeah, Anjali, what do you think? What's your view? What's your take on this?
So I got your point. I would choose the luxury one for the long distance.
You would choose a luxury bus for a longer distance, and
Yes,
for
sir.
a shorter distance, you can go with any of these buses.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Anjali. Thank you so much for anyone else जो कि अंजलि की बात से who does not agree with Anjali's opinion or has of a different opinion. Anyone else?
Sir, I have opinion.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Like, sir, you told us to choose from three of them, but
Yeah.
what if like the roads are not of that kind wherein Volvo can, for like instance, we have to go to Hawa Mahal. So for that we can't go within Volvo.
Obviously. So you'll go with the other bus, right?
Yes, sir.
If
Or
you do
any
not,
other vehicle.
if you do not have a Volvo, you will take a local bus, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. And what if there's a lot of agitation on the road, and the roads are blocked?
So maybe I'll look for any other transport at that very moment.
Okay, you'll take flight, right? You'll take a flight then, in case roads are blocked and you do not have a bus.
Yes, sir.
You take a flight, right? Why would you do that? What if something is not really urgent? You have to go to Delhi to meet one of your friends, and the friend is there for say next 30 days, and if you do not reach there in next 2 days, it's okay. You can meet him next week. So will you still take a flight? So Ashita, aapne, because you answered that, so this question is for you.
Yes, sir. No, in that case I won't.
So if it is not, so अगर वो बहुत important और urgent नहीं Akshita, yeah. So if it is not important and urgent, so you can wait, and you'll wait for the next week till the thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
And but if it is important and urgent, you might take a flight, right?
Yes, sir.
So career का option important है, urgent है या important और urgent दोनों है? Now I would want all of you to please write it in a chat box, in the conversation box. Is it important? Option 1, it's important. Option 2, it's urgent. Third, it's important and urgent. And the fourth one is neither important nor urgent. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Important but not urgent. Option 2, urgent but not important and urgent. And the fourth one, neither important nor urgent. So Ashita has written it's important and urgent. Shruti says important and urgent. Anyone else would like to answer? I've just got it from two people. Shruti says it's one. Anyone else would like to answer? Okay. So yes, it is important and urgent. And when things are important and urgent, we are necessarily worried about the quality. तो हमें बस चाहिए ही चाहिए अगर important or urgent है. Okay, Anjali says it's important. Yes, Anjali. So I'll not, so important but not urgent, because Anjali would like to talk to you. Quite an interesting option that you chose. Anjali, why you feel that it is
Yes.
important but not urgent?
So because of the mental health aspect, because people focus too much on the urgency aspect, and I would like to say that it's important and we need to be dedicated and we need to keep self consistent in the practice. But we don't have to call it urgent. That may create stress in the kid
All right.
itself.
So you think stress is bad?
Chronic stress is obviously bad.
Okay. So Yankees Dodson law says that a little stress is good for performance. Yankees did one of the experiment, and he did this experiment on mice. He said that a little stress is good because more stress you have, there'll be anxiety. And if you do not have stress at all, you'll be you'll live a bored life. You'll have a boredom. So optimum stress is good for performance. It has been seen that if there's a little stress, the performance goes up. So that is why most of the people think that career is important and urgent. All the important things which we procrastinate, they become urgent one day, and they can be more stressful, and it can be a situation of firefighting, अगर हमने आज ही सही डिसीजन नहीं लिया तो जैसा अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मैम ने कहा कि फिर ये बहुत स्ट्रेसफुल हो जाएगा. अंजलि मैम ने जैसे कहा कि इट विल बी वेरी स्ट्रेसफुल. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू टेक द राइट डिसीजन टुडे. अब हमें ये तो समझ में आ गया कि ये कोई दोस्त से मिलना जैसा नहीं है कि इफ वी डू नॉट टेक द राइट डिसीजन दिस वीक हम अगले हफ्ते कर सकते हैं, या अगर मैंने इस एज में नहीं किया तो आफ्टर 5 years आई कैन डू इट. ये बहुत ही सेंसिबल और बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट डिसीजन है. इट इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट डिसीजन. और ये कोई छोटा सफर भी नहीं है. व्हेन यू एनरोल योरसेल्फ फॉर अ हायर कोर्स, अ ग्रेजुएशन कोर्स और अ पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन कोर्स, इसमें 2 से 3 साल लगते हैं. हम 12 घंटे या 24 घंटे का सफर एक लोकल बस में नहीं कर सकते. इमेजिन there'll be 700 days that you'll be spending in a college. And if the college is not a good college, अगर वो कॉलेज ऐसा नहीं है जो कि आपके रूट्स पे काम कर रहा है, अगर वो कॉलेज ऐसा नहीं है जो कि आपको सही ऑप्शंस बता पाए और लिमिटेड ऑप्शंस ना हो, वहां ज्यादा ऑप्शंस हो, सो दैट यू कैन एक्सप्लोर इट एंड गेट कमिटेड टू अ राइट करियर. अगर ये ऐसी बस है जो हर थोड़ी देर में रुक जाती है, हर एक को ले लेती है, जिसका एक्रेडिटेशन सही नहीं है, जहां काफी सारी दिक्कतें आ रही हैं, जो बस बार बार पंक्चर हो जाती हो, जिसे बार बार फ्यूल लेना पड़ रहा हो, जो बस हर थोड़ी थोड़ी देर में रुक जाती हो, एंड यू डू नॉट नो वेदर यू गोइंग इन द राइट डायरेक्शन और नॉट. आपने दिल्ली का टिकट लिया और बस कोटपुतली से या अलवर से जा रही है एंड इट इज टेकिंग अ लॉन्गर रूट, सो इट कैन डिले. So the time that you'll take to reach to your goal or the destination, it will be much more than that you would have thought. So that is why it is very important to board in the right bus. और यही चीज बहुत बहुत जरूरी है when you are finalizing your college, कि आपको कौन सा कॉलेज और कौन सा कोर्स लेना है. ये बिल्कुल उसी बस की तरह है जैसे आप इस तरीके की बस में जब सफर करते हैं, so there are chances that you might fall off the bus and you might get run over by another bus. आपका एक्सीडेंट हो सकता है. Until and unless you are in a safe bus, a good bus, जहां पर आपको हर तरीके की फैसिलिटी दी गई हो. So number one is the option if you are going for a longer journey, if you're a longer distance, if you have to travel. अगर आप ये आपके करियर का है डिसीजन, जहां पर it will decide the next 30 years of your career, you have to be really careful the bus that you choose. Now what a good college can do, ये क्या डिफरेंस लेके आ सकता है. नंबर वन, अ गुड कॉलेज इज अ रिसोर्स फॉर करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज. वहाँ बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज होती हैं, प्लेसमेंट होता है. अ गुड कॉलेज, द वे मिस लखियानी वाज जस्ट टेलिंग अस कि हमें बहुत सारी चीजें पता, वी गॉट टू नो अबाउट ISIM के उस कॉलेज का एक्रेडिटेशन क्या है, उसको कौन कौन से अवार्ड्स मिले हैं. सो वी कैन बी श्योर दैट द लॉट ऑफ कंपनीज व्हिच वुड कम टू दिस कॉलेज एंड वुड help you in placement. This college would help you in placement. अगर वहाँ पर college का नाम है तो there are a lot of companies which would come, and that has been my experience. Why I can be so sure about this? Because all big corporates, I've been working with big corporates, you name it, and I've worked with them, right from LIC of India to UNICEF. They only look for the goodwill of the college. अगर आपका college अच्छा है, so you'll have these companies coming to the college and they'll hire you. So go for a good college. The next thing is promotes confidence and personal growth. If there's a college where there's a team of proper, if there are proper faculty, if you have good faculty members, people who are skilled and people who have will to teach you, they can promote confidence and can help you in personal growth. Why I can vouch for this thing? Because I got a chance to do my NCA under. I went to this college only. It was a IIIM. It was called IIIM. I was very introvert and would not know how to talk. So my initial 3 or 4 months, they were very difficult because I could not interact with anyone. I remember one of the faculty members, I would like to name her over here. Her name was Prerna Kohli. She spotted me. She came to me and said that I would want you to come on this stage, and because there was some that they were having some freshers party or something, and she said that I would want you to come on the lectern and would want you to address the audience. And I said that I can't do it because it's very difficult for me to interact with people. I can't see eye to eye. She spotted me and she helped me, and that's the reason that I am able to speak to you today. So because the college that I chose, it was IIIM, now popularly known as ISIM. It is because of that college, and I was very, very, very nervous when I went on the stage for the first time. The first tip that I got from my faculty member was that In case you're wearing specs, you can wear it off so that you don't see anyone in front of you. So those little things can help you. And for the initial 2 years of my public speaking, I never wore specs so that I could. So it was very easy for me to interact with people because I would not see anyone in front of me. So these little tips that you get from a good faculty, if you're in a good college, it helps you in confidence building and it helps you build your self-esteem. So it's very, very important to choose the right college. It helps incorporate teamwork because all during your school life, हमारे स्कूल में हमें कहा जाता है mind your own business, किसी की कॉपी में मत देखो, you have to do your work on your own, please do not interact, do not talk, make no noise. But when you go to college, for the first time, they're preparing you for your corporate world because in corporate world, they'll always want you to work on a project and you have to work as a team. So एक अच्छा college इस चीज की importance समझता है that teamwork is more important than your individual work. So they work on tedious mode where they want you to think individually, they want you to discuss it amongst yourself, and they want you to share as a team. So a good college understands the importance of teamwork and the projects that they give you, the way, the opportunities that they give you, they make you a wonderful team member and a great team leader. Academic excellence, अगर आप एक अच्छे college में पढ़ते हैं, you'll get good faculty members, people who are learned, experienced faculty members who are aware of what's happening in the outside world, and they can teach you more about facing interviews. They can prepare you for group discussions so that you can get through the interviews and you can be absorbed by a good company. Now, COVID-19 accelerated existing future work trends. कुछ ट्रेंड्स जो कुछ चीजें बहुत ज्यादा निकल के आई हैं, 25% जॉब्स और निकल के आए हैं. आई वाज डिस्कसिंग इट विद वन ऑफ द टीपीओस ऑफ वन ऑफ द कॉलेजेस एंड दे सेड कि अभी तो उन्हें कोई ऐसा चाहिए जो कि जिसके स्किल सेट के बजाय अगर उसमें बिल है तो they'll hire. Some of the skills that came out जो कि पोस्ट कोविड एरा में सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस के, एक तो लीडरशिप स्किल्स है, कम्युनिकेशन एंड पब्लिक रिलेशंस, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी एंड अडेप्टेबिलिटी. फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी का मतलब ये कि जैसे people had this habit of going to offices and work from there. Now suddenly there's a flexibility, you can work from home. You have to adapt to new situations. I was discussing with one of the faculty members when I started the session, and she said that we were only doing offline classes. Now we know how to work on Zoom and we know how to use Team. So online classes are also fun now. So this is adaptability. Critical thinking is where you can understand the problem, and creative thinking is where you can give solutions. Communication and emotional intelligence, creativity and innovation. So these are some of the skills that are really high rated in post COVID era. और इनमें सबसे ज़्यादा है tech savvy. यानी अगर आपको टेक्नोलॉजी आती है, 85% जॉब्स में कुछ ना कुछ तरीके की टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए. So if you have done your course from one good college where you've got a proper exposure, the chances of you getting absorbed are more. The probability of you working in a great company बहुत ज़्यादा हो सकते हैं. The salaries that you can expect will be handsome salaries. हम कुछ पैसा, अब ये बिल्कुल वैसा ही है कि कुछ पैसा बचाने के लिए किसी और वजह से you can get into a city bus, पर वो बहुत ज़्यादा समय लगाती है आपके डेस्टिनेशन तक पहुंचने में, और वो सफ़र एक्चुअली इंग्लिश का जो सफ़र होता है सफरिंग जैसा हो जाता है. So why it is very, very important that you choose a right bus is so that your journey is comfortable. Moreover, you reach the right destination. A wrong bus might take you to a wrong destination. So with that, I'd like to submit my case, and I hope I was able to live up to the expectations that you had from this career counseling session. If you have any questions, I'm available. Please, you may ask me. Ashita, any questions from your audience?
Participants, if you have questions, please ask from sir. Sir is happy to take the questions.
I hope I was able to wrap up within the stipulated time that was given to me.
Very, very properly in time, sir. Very much well divided content and very enriching. And I'm sure they have got a lot of insight, because that is currently they are into the position where they need to introspect and they need to understand what is making a right career choice.
आप में से जो भी मुझसे कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता है, सो आई एम अवेलेबल. आप कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं रिगार्डिंग योर करियर और एनीथिंग. अच्छा, क्लियर था या ऑल क्लियर था? इफ यू डू नॉट वांट टू टॉक टू मी, तो आप चैट बॉक्स में इस सेशन के बारे में, इफ यू वांट टू राइट समथिंग.
It was clear. It was good.
It was good. Thank you so much. What was good about this session? आपको क्या चीज अच्छी लगी?
The effort of making students understand that they should focus on their career with sincerity.
Okay. Thank you so much. Anyone else who'd like to give the feedback? Chat box में आप feedback लिख सकते हैं कि आपको क्या चीज अच्छी लगी और आपको कहाँ you need some more help from me. अगर आपके कोई भी doubts हों, you can ask me.
So even I liked how you explained through that concept of bamboo tree, like how we have to strengthen our core or the base level at this very moment.
Thank you, Arshita. So you like the analogy of a bamboo tree with a career?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much for the feedback. Anyone else? आप किसी भी तरीके का सवाल पूछ सकते हैं regarding your career. I don't think they have questions.
Right now, I think they are not having questions in their mind, but later on they can write to us also. For that matter, I'm writing the email on the in the chat box. And in case we will receive the queries, we will certainly take your help, sir, for that matter.
Thank you so much. So, Shaili, Jen, thank
Sir,
you.
it's
Thank
over.
you.
Ji.
Okay, so
I
I'd like
think
to.
Ashita has a few points. I mean, she wants to thank also because she has been coordinating the leading on leading front. So I think she has her script also with.
Yeah, Ashita, please.
So thank you so much, sir, for all your guidance, encouragement, and mentoring. It was a great session, and we are sure that it would help the students to make a bright career. Thank you once again. Now I would like.
Sorry.
And now I would like the students to complete the registration formalities for the certificate of participation on the link pasted in the chat box. And I sincerely appreciate the participants' attention today. I'd like to thank you for your time and participation. We had a great time having you all here and looking forward to many more such workshops, engaging more and more people on a greater level. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandeep, sir. Thank you, all the participants.
Thank you, ma'am.